Martha, you ready for my Jack Fontanella reference?
It's the 25-year anniversary again.
Actually, I think it's 20.
Oh, it's 20.
20.
It's 20, you're right.
I know, because same year my plane crashed.
There you go. Right. It was a big
So Martha, who knows Martha Danzig and Quicksilver Productions? You'll hear more about them when you get to see and hear Kaya. But we have a friend in Juneau, Alaska, wonderful fella, Jack Fontanella, who is a guitar player, banjo player, bass player, dance callers, works, teaches first and second graders. This is happy music. He's a happy guy, and I saw him one December 26th at the Juneau post office, not looking happy. I said, "Jack, how you doing?" He said, "Not good." And Jack's a happy guy. I said, "Not good?" He said, "Yeah. House burned down." Christmas Eve, while he and his partner Jonah were out, they heard sirens, and it turned out to be for their place, and they lost everything. And in his case, had really nice instruments. Juneau, it's true. Juneau is like any other tight-knit community, the old-time community, the folk community, the performing arts community. If something happens, we band together. So within days, Jack and Jenna, people found them a place to live. People raised some money. Jack had a guitar, and a few weeks later, I was leading a writing workshop. I wrote a poem wondering what those instruments sounded like right before they burnt up. So it's called Burnt Down House for Jack Fontanella. And I'm going to be doing this with Nick Gareiss. The night of the cabin fire. In the midst of cupboards and kitchenware, closets and clothes, when the flames came picking. I can think how the two guitars, mandolin, banjo, bass, and fiddle might have jumped out of their skins a moment to make the craziest, most raucous caterwauling noise. Enough riotous jabberwock to fuel a dozen generations of old-time string bands. Pour slipping back into maple, smoke hot and right. The instruments last bright, Denali Festival of Sound. I wrote that poem, gave it to Jack. He had it on his refrigerator for some months, and when I ran into him some months later, possibly on downtown Front Street or Franklin Street in Juneau, asked how he was doing. He was doing better. I said, "Jack, you know, I make up fiddle tunes. If you want, I'll make up a fiddle tune for you called Burnt Down House." And I always wondered to this day, why didn't it say, "Fiddlin' poet, don't press your luck. I like the poem, but I don't need a tune." But he said, "Sure, make up a tune." I gave him the big choice for this kind of music, for my playing of this kind of music. I said, key of A or key of D? Big question. He said key of D, so I made up Burnt Down House. And I play Burnt Down House like other folks play Soldier Joy or Mississippi Sawyer. To me, it's like just a standard tune. And I got Brian and Aaron. We're kind of part of Ken Waldman and the Wildman tonight. We're going to play it. We got Nick Gareiss dancing. we got Nick Gareiss, and who you saw, May Gilchrist on harp, is coming right back.